So we're starting off with coordinate geometry today. Coordinate geometry is all about the geometry on the grid, on the x-axis, the y-axis. So basically, let's start off from the basics. You divide a graph, a grid, a coordinate plane in these four quadrants, sorry, 1, 2, 3, and 4, alongside the x and the y-axis. और इनके ऊपर ही हम लोग locate करते हैं positions. This is positive x, this is negative x, this is positive y, and this is negative y. So around these coordinate, इसी system पे हम लोग basically coordinates को locate करते हैं on this coordinate plane. So this is known as a coordinate plane. Okay. This is an example of how you locate different points on a coordinate plane. I'm skipping through this because it's all very basic. So I'm sure you guys have studied all of this before as well. If this is point A, it has the coordinates 2 and 3, 2 of x and 3 of y. So then B is minus 3 of x and minus 5 of y. All right, now let's look at this example. In the following, the following must be true. RS up to a point, RS is greater than 0. R is less than S, R plus S is equal to 0. Let's try to understand this. So basically, अगर यहाँ पर हमें पता है RS यहाँ पर आ गया. Let's look at statement number 2 first of all. R is less than S. R is, guys, तो इसका मतलब ये R X की value है. X is in negative over here, right? और Y is in positive. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि हमने यहाँ सिर्फ coordinates को देख के बता दिया. So R is technically R is supposed to be less than S, right? क्योंकि R is negative. So this is correct. R plus S is equal to 0. ये तब possible होगा अगर ये दोनों exactly एक ही point पे आ रहे हो. ये बिल्कुल proportional हो यूं. तो मुझे लग रहा है कि है. तो in that case, again, let's say if this is -5 and this is +5. तो -5 plus 5 is equal to 0. तो अगर आप add करते हैं तो आंसर 0 आएगा. तो I think this statement is लेकिन again, because this is not to scale, this is not on scale, तो हम इसको consider नहीं कर सकते. Technically तो अगर देखने में तो अगर exactly same coordinates हों, then answer would be 0. But because this is just an assumption, so you cannot rely on it. ठीक है? तो इसको हम फिलहाल negative. Sorry guys, a second. Okay, we won't consider it true for this. अब रहेगा पीछे हमारे पास statement number 1, RS is less than 0. If you multiply R and S, the answer will be less than 0. No, not at all, because neither R nor S is 0. Your answer of this multiplication will only be 0 अगर आपके पास answer इनका 0 में आता है. अच्छा sorry, less than 0 है. Okay. So हाँ ठीक है ना, true है क्योंकि एक negative में आ रहा है. अगर -5 plus 5 करते हैं तो -25 बन जाएगा. This is also true. Statement 1 and 2. This is part C. ठीक है. तो इस तरह से you'll have to see कि coordinates के basements क्या हैं. Okay. Then look at this. There's a line. There's a triangle that you can see A, B, and C, and it has these three coordinates. In the graph, the distance from A to C is 6 minus 1 5. अच्छा, जो बिल्कुल या तो vertical lines है, horizontal lines है, उसमें distance find करना is very easy. Why? Because you simply look at the coordinates. For example, x-axis का यहाँ coordinate is 1, यहाँ पे x is 6. 6 minus 1 किया, answer distance आ गया 5. यानी 5 units you're moving towards the right side. Similarly, यहाँ पे देखें 1 और 4 है, तो 3 units, right? 3 units up. So it's very easy to understand the distance whenever a line is horizontal or vertical. In case of a slanting line जैसा ये है, A से B जा रहे हैं, अब इसके अंदर distance find करने के लिए आपको पाइथागोरस थ्योरम पे जाना पड़ता है. ठीक है, जिसका ट्रायंगल बन रहा है यहाँ पे. तो either that or x square plus y square. Again ये पाइथागोरस थ्योरम ही है. ठीक है, तो आपने इस तरह से get the hypotenuse, basically the distance. Okay, the formula, you can use this formula for distance between 2 points, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Again, this is also Pythagoras theorem की expansion. आपने क्या किया, d square का उसको root बना दिया यहाँ पर. ठीक है, और x2 minus x1 का square और y2 minus basically a difference of x squared added to the difference of y squared. All right, so this is the distance formula. Guys, this is the first formula that we've studied in this topic. Remember, you'll be using this in your questions. Okay. What is the area of RST? Area के लिए आपको तीनों lengths की जरूरत है, and for these three lengths, obviously you're going to figure out the distances first of all. So let's first of all figure out the distance of RT. Again, you're going to use the same formula, guys. -2, 1, 0, 4. Distance formula क्या था? x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. You can apply the same formula for RT, for RS, and for TS. तीनों की lengths मिल जाएंगी. For example, this is length A, this is length B, this is length C. आगे you're going to simply apply the formula for area of triangle half base into height. ठीक है? Guys, is this clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. Okay, midpoint. Now the concept of midpoint is very simple. It's when you figure out a point exactly in the center of a line. And the formula for midpoint is supposed to be ye, which is given on your screen. x1 plus x2 over 2 plus y1 plus y2 over 2. So you add both the x coordinates, divide by 2. You add both the y coordinates and divide by 2. आपको distance मिल जाता है. Sorry, midpoint मिल जाता है. ठीक है? तो okay, let's look at the example. A is 2 and minus 3, B is 8 and 5 at the endpoints of a diameter of a circle. What are the coordinates of the center of the circle? अगर diameter के endpoints ये हैं, तो इसका मतलब ये center का मतलब ये they're asking you for a midpoint. 2 minus 3 and this is 8, 5. So simple. This is x1, this is x2, this is y1, this is y2. You're going to put all of this in this formula to get the answer. Okay. Slope. Slope क्या होती है? It's the gradient. It's the measure of how a line is formed basically. इस तरह से एक line है, it has a zero slope. A line vertical has an infinite slope. यहाँ पे अगर line between horizontal and vertical will have a value for slope which you're going to determine through this formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is basically rise over run जिसको हम कहते हैं, यानी कितना ऊपर गए, delta y, change in this in y coordinate over changes in the x coordinate. For instance, आपके पास एक line given है, horizontal की तो line slope 0 होती है, हमने भी पढ़ लिया है, ठीक है. आपके पास line given है RS में for example या ये R के coordinates हैं -2 1, S के हैं 4 1, तो y2 minus y1 ये y2 हो गया, the y1 हो गया, 1 minus 1 is 0, x2 minus x1, x is 4, x1 is -2, तो plus 2 हो गया, 0 by 6 which is 0, इसकी slope भी 0 आ गई, ठीक है. इसी तरह से अगर आपने slope find करनी of RT, R is -2 1, T is 0 4, तो because 1 is y2 minus y1, यानी y1 क्या है आपके पास, सॉरी 4 आपके पास आ गया, y2 1 आ गया y1, x2 is 0 and x1 is -2. अप्लाई किया, सॉल्व किया, this is the gradient. So gradient and slope, they have the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. ये हमारा third formula था. Which of the following, which line has the greatest slope? Line M किधर है? जरा highlight कर लेते हैं. This is line M. N किधर है? ये आ गई. P किधर है? ये आ गई. और Q किधर है? ये आ गई. So guys, let's look at these lines. Number 1, M तो नहीं हो सकती, because as the line move towards the y-axis, towards 90 degrees tilt हो रही होती है, उनकी slope increase हो रही होती है. तो any line before 90 इस line से, तो I think that is P. Why? Because Q तो बिल्कुल ही निकल गई out of question, क्योंकि Q तो is falling on this side. Same goes for N as well. ये दोनों negative slopes हैं. P is an increasing slope. So P has the highest, greatest slope. ठीक है, M और N का क्या है, इनकी negative slopes हैं. So the values are negative. So you'll only consider the positive slopes, और उसमें भी greatest कौन सी होगी. Okay. All right, what happens when lines are parallel? Parallel lines have equal slopes. Parallel lines इस तरह से होंगी. अगर ये दो graphs बने हुए, line A, line B, their gradients will be equal. कोई भी points ले लें दोनों lines के ऊपर, you get the answer. The answers will be equal. In case of perpendicular lines, अगर इस तरह से और एक line यूं जा रही है, now in this case A and B are perpendicular lines. Their slopes will be negative reciprocal of each other. For negative reciprocal क्या मतलब है? अगर यहाँ पे slope let's say A है, तो B की slope will be -1 by A. Negative भी हो गया और reciprocal भी हो गया. For example, if slope of A is 2, so slope of B would be -1 by 2. If slope of A is 1 by 2, B की slope would be -2. All right. So this is how you determine slopes of perpendicular lines. All right. Equation of line. Now, equation of line, there's a formula that you use. It goes y is equal to. Achha, I need to switch to the whiteboard for this now. Okay. All right. So equation of line. The formula is y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the gradient or slope of line. Ye x or y coordinates and c is y-intercept. It is where the line cuts the y-axis like this. So this is point C. There's another formula, y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. This formula has been derived from the formula of gradient, that was m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Simply आपने इसको दे इधर multiply किया तो आपको ये वाला formula आ गया. Using these two formulas, guys, remember अगर आपको यहाँ पे equation of line आती है तो you'll have to figure out m, c, and then simply plug in the values in the equation. Which the following is the equation of line in the figure to the right. Okay. So let's look at this graph and let's guess an equation of line for this one. सबसे पहले तो x coordinate यहाँ से क्या नजर आ रहा है? -1, -2. Probably अगर ये बिल्कुल 1 के स्केल पर ही ग्राफ बना हुआ है तो यहाँ पे x की एक वैल्यू होगी और y 0 होगा on the x axis. On the y axis is going to be a value of y, x would be 0 like this. अच्छा, assuming कि ये 1 यूनिट की डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है तो x will be -2 and y will be 1 2 3 4. Sorry, x then yeah सही है 0 और 4 और -2 और 0 ये वैल्यूज होंगी अगर only if the division is 1 unit and per division. Okay, so gradient, would it be a negative gradient or a positive gradient, guys? Any idea?
Positive?
Yes, it will be a positive gradient because the line, you see, it's an increasing slope. Anyway, you can also figure out the gradient by assuming the values. y2 minus y1 कर लेते हैं. 4 minus 0, x2 minus x1, -2 minus 0. यहाँ तो नेगेटिव ग्रेडियंट आ रहा है. y2 minus y1 हमने सही लिया है. x2 अच्छा नहीं ये होगा 0 plus 2. हाँ ठीक है. 4 over 2. 2 will be the gradient A and C. In that case 4 आपका y intercept है. इस तरह से तो ये आंसर ट्रू आ रहा है. Let's look at the answers as well. आंसर ए, या समझ आए बात ये? कि हमने ग्रेडियंट फिगर आउट कर लिया। ग्रेडियंट बेशक आप वैल्यू अज्यूम भी कर लें, इन एनी केस द आंसर फॉर ग्रेडियंट वुड बी 2। तो उसका मतलब है ये तो समझ आ गई कि 1 यूनिट पर डिवीजन चल रहा है, सो 4 वुड बी द y इंटरसेप्ट। दिस इज हाउ आंसर ए इज करेक्ट। Which of the following is the graph of the line whose equation is 3y is equal to 2x plus 6? All right. Remember, y should be alone. तो हमारा पहला स्टेप होगा divide 3 on both sides. So 2 by 3 x plus 2. Y intercept 2 है? 2 है. ये भी 2 है. The answer would be either C or B. D is out of question and A is also out of question. 2 by 3 should be the gradient. बहुत simple है. एक positive gradient है, एक negative gradient है. So because this is a positive gradient, this is only the graph that represents a positive gradient. B is a negative gradient slope. All right. So C is the correct option. Let's look at the equation of circle. Equation of circle का जो formula है, अभी हमने equation of line का formula किया. This is the formula for equation of circle. X minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. H and k basically are the coordinates of the center. R is the radius. Okay, you'll simply plug in the values of the center with the radius, x and y as they are, you'll get the answer. Okay, remember this is the equation of circle. X minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. अच्छा, अगर सेंटर 0 तो इक्वेशन सिंप्लीफाई हो जाएगी. x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Center 0 है, x minus 0 square plus y minus 0 square is equal to r square. X square plus y square is equal to r square. All right, this is only true if the center is 0 or the circle is made at an origin. Center is the origin of the circle. Okay. What is the equation of circle whose center is 3 and 2 and radius is 5? Very simple. You simply plug in the values. Yeah. You can look at the solution here. X minus 3 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square is equal to 5 square. Simplify it, then you just write the answers. All right. Let's look at example 11. We're going to solve it separately. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Example 5. 11. In example 5, you consider the circle in which A, 2 and 3, B, 8 and 5 are the endpoints diameter. What is? अच्छा ठीक है. ये अभी हमने पहले जो एक question कर रहे थे. You're just given with the endpoints of diameter. Let's write down this on the whiteboard here. So point A is basically 2 and negative 3. Point B is 8 and 5. These are the ends of the diameter like this. यहाँ पे, this is where point A is and maybe this is where point B is. ये हमने connect कर दिया. See, बहुत ही खराब diameter. It's supposed to be in the center. Anyways, let's just consider this as the diameter. Okay. Radius यहाँ पे कहीं आएगा. ये इसका origin होगा, center होगा circle का. ठीक है. You're supposed to find the equation. Equation of circle के लिए, first of all, you need to know the radius and you need to know the origin. So let's first of all figure out the origin. Origin के लिए क्या होगा? you'll have to use the midpoints formula. All right. So midpoints formula was, let's just recall it, x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. And x1 is 2 plus 8 by 2 minus 3 plus 5, I think. Yeah. I hope that was 8 and 5. Yeah, okay. 5 divided by 2. 10 by 2 and 2 by 2. 5, 1. So guys, 5 and 1 are the midpoints, which is also the origin. So h की value आ गई हमारे पास 5, k की value आ गई 1. Now we need to figure out the radius. Remember, radius is the distance between point A and point, ये जो origin है O, and point O and B. So let's pick up any two positive select कर लेते हैं ना, 8, 5 और 5, 1. So this is O and this is A. O is 5, 1 and this is 8, 5. Let's figure out the distance between these 2 points. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Applying the distance formula. क्या आया? x2 is 8 minus 5 whole square plus 5 minus 1 whole square. 8 minus 5 is 3 square plus 5 minus 1 is 4 square. 9 plus 16 under root 25 is equal to 5. Okay, so radius is 5. Equation of circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. What is x minus h? H क्या था? H था हमारे पास 5. तो x minus 5 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square is equal to 25. This is the equation of the circle, the answer. Guys, all clear? All right. Let's move on to the next part. यहाँ पे अच्छा एक और part कि what is the radius of the circle whose equation is, if you're given with the circle's equation, how can you figure out the radius? You'll have to go for the completing square method in this case. Look at this question. 4x square minus 16x plus 4y square plus 8y plus 19 is equal to, what is this? 68, I think. Guys, can you understand this? उसे डिवाइड हो रहा है ये, I think should we just keep this question whole क्योंकि ये भी clearly we're not sure what this figure is at the end. It looks like 68 or 81. अगर हम इसको, अच्छा this is 0 by the way, आगे question mark. All right. So your first step is to divide the entire equation by 4 ताकि हम x और y को original form में लाएं. So x square is equal to 4x you've divided the entire thing with 4 और आपके पास ये equation आ गई है. This is. Now we'll separate the x and y terms. So x square minus 4 इसको हमने we just bracketed the all of the x together and we're bracketing the y's together. And we're taking 19 by 4, the constant on the other side. Acha. Take half of the coefficients of x and y, square them and add them to the both sides of the equation. Guys, if you remember the completing square method, क्या करते थे? Half and add. So x square minus 4x, आपने क्या किया? इसमें हमने इनको स्क्वायर किया, ठीक है? हमने इनके कोएफिशिएंट्स को लिया, स्क्वायर सॉरी कोएफिशिएंट्स लेके स्क्वायर करके ऐड कर दिया दोनों साइड्स पे. ऑलराइट, सो 4 added on this side, 1 over here, and simply you can add 4 and 1 on the other side as well. ठीक है? तो this is very important. You need to add these coefficients on both sides of the equation ताकि इनका इफेक्ट कैंसिल आउट हो सके. तो इस सब को सॉल्व करने के बाद तो 1/4 आ गया हमारे पास. और यहाँ पे हम सिंपल ये करते हैं कि you'll simply pick up the remaining number. यानी अगर इसको आपने let's say divide कर दिया है 2 से और इसको भी 2 से divide कर दिया है, तो यहाँ पे आपके पास सिर्फ 2 बच रहा है, 1 बच रहा है, and you're just squaring them. This is how you attempt completing square method. On the other hand, you're simply solving the leftover equation on the other side. और इसके बाद basically ये radius का square होता है. तो 1/4 is basically the square of 1/2. इसको स्क्वायर करेंगे तो ही आपके पास ये आंसर आएगा. So 1/2, this value inside the bracket is supposed to be the radius. Remember, 1/4 को radius नहीं लिख सकते because it is the product of the squared value, which is this. So this entire thing is the answer of r square, and what we are finding over here is just r. So इसका root लेंगे तो इसलिए हमें 1/2 मिल जाएगा, ठीक है? And that is the value of radius. So remember, working in the reversed order to figure out the radius without the square on it, obviously you'll have to go through the completing square method. All right, now we're moving on to this last concept of parabolas. Parabolas are basically these not exactly circular figures, but the axes are a bit tilted and it's a U-shaped curve. A symmetrical curve about a line or the axis of symmetry is known as a parabola. इनके turning points होते हैं. Either these you'll see different types of parabolas, either U-shaped या N-shaped. इसका depend करता है यहाँ पे stationary points lowest होंगे या highest stationary point होंगे, maximum या minimums, ठीक है? There's always a turning point about the axis of symmetry, which is also known as a vertex, and this entire thing is called a parabola. Okay, let's look at. अच्छा, वैसे you don't need to know the facts about parabolas, लेकिन अगर हमने इनकी equations देखनी हैं तो you can just know a few equations which are listed here in front of you. यानी the equation of a parabola is ax square plus bx plus c. This is the जिस हमने equation of line equation circle की है, इसी तरह से this is the equation of parabola about the axis of symmetry. अगर parabola is made with basically if let's say the axis of symmetry is vertical, तो उस केस में भी the equation would be the same. अगर आपने axis of symmetry की equation find करनी है, that is b minus b over 2a. Remember, ये सारी values आपको equation से मिल रही होंगी. For example, अगर आपको equation given हो इस तरह से 2x square plus 3x plus 4. In this case, this is b, this is a. और आपको x value of line of symmetry find करना हो तो minus 3 over 2 times 2. तो इसका आंसर होगा minus 3/4. This is the x coordinate of the line of symmetry of the parabola. So you're going to be getting the values of b and a from the equation of parabola. Vertex of the parabola is the point on the parabola whose x coordinate is minus b over 2a. Once again, वही vertex है, वही आपका stationary point भी है, where line of symmetry passes through the turning point of parabola. If a is greater than 0, the parabola opens upwards. Remember, यानी if a is positive, the parabola की opening upwards का मतलब है इस तरह की line होगी. अगर a negative में आ जाता है is less than 0, the parabola would be an n-shaped parabola like this. If you look at the diagrams at the end of this page as well, the first one has a positive a value and the second one has a negative a value. The x-intercepts of the graph of the parabola y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c are the real solutions of the equation ax square plus bx plus c. यानी जो x intercepts हैं जहां पे x कट हो रहा है वही इसका solution भी है. यानी that is the value of basically the value of x, because that is just one point where the parabola touches the x axis. कुछ cases में ये होगा parabola intercept कर रहा होगा x axis को. For example, if you look at example number 4 or example number 1, यहां पे क्या हो रहा है? The parabola is intersecting the x-axis at 2 points. ये तो अब आप इन इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करेंगे तो जो आंसर होगा x का वो बेसिकली यहाँ पे इनका इंटरसेक्शन पॉइंट होगा. So whenever you're given with such a parabola that intersects the x-axis at 2 points, you'll know the equation. you'll इसको कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे? मिड टर्म ब्रेक कर देंगे, अलजेब्रिक फॉर्मूला लगा देंगे, कंप्लीटिंग स्क्वायर कर सकते हैं. You know 3 methods. Pick any one of the 3 methods, solve, you'll get the value of x. And we're done. We're done with this topic here. Guys, let me know if there's any question. No,